guys, it's me, Rachel. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. In today's video, I'm going to do Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me, or kind of playing with makeup, but I'm going to call it a Get Ready With Me. So I'm going to go over the stuff that I kind of pulled out and shopped around for and kind of pulled out some stuff. So the foundation I'm going to use today is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I've coveted this for a while, so I'm really excited to use it. I've used it a couple times. I've had it for a while, so we're going to use that. I pulled out two putty primers actually. The Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. and the Timeless Smoothing Primer from Tarte. This is stuff that I'm going to kind of keep on my table for a while, and then I can kind of tell you my thoughts on it. So for face powder, I have three that I've hit major pan on that I'm trying to work through. I can show you them right now just for time's sake, but I've hit pan on them for a while, and I'm going through my makeup. I've realized I should probably use these up before getting a new one out. I started using this one a couple days ago, and then I realized I should probably just finish these three up. So the Too Faced, I've been using this one for a while. Here, how much pan I've hit. This is the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation in Light. So I've hit pan on that one quite a bit. This one also is a good one. This is the Celebration Foundation in Light, and this is a full coverage powder foundation, but you can use it for over, you know what I mean. And this is the finishing powder from e.l.f. I've hit pan on that one. So I'm going to try to use these up before I start to roll in another one, and then we can talk about that the next time. Okay. And then we'll go into like face and other cheek products that I have. So I have this Fenty Copa Chill Fairy Balm Shimmering Powder. It's kind of like a bronzing powder. Not kind of like, it is a bronzing powder. And here it is. I don't want to like tip it out, but you can use it. I like it because I can use it, mix it with some highlighters and get like a bronzy cheek. It'll look really pretty. I've used it before. This is an older product, but I want to use it. It's still great. This is the Super Shock Cheek Pearlized like highlighter in Hippo from ColourPop. It's like a purple pearlized reflect. So like a lilac-y one. Really, really like that. That's really pretty. Then for contour, I got the e.l.f. Bronzing Palette. I've had this for a while, and going through my palette, my stash, I was like, yes, I should pull this out, see how I feel. I kind of got rid of a couple things, and I kind of did a declutter. It was a small one, so I didn't record anything of that. But this is the palette that I choose for like contour and stuff. And for blush, I picked this Douceur blush. It's actually a really pretty one, and this is in the shade, doesn't really have a name, just says 50, so that is that one. Like a kind of darker, brighter corally color, I would categorize it as. And then I have like a bronzing kind of highlighting palette from e.l.f. It's actually a really pretty one, and it's in cream and coffee, or coffee and cream, and this is the Heart Defensor thing. You know what I mean, kind of. And then I pulled a Milani Baked Blush. This is in the shade Fantastical Mauve. See how pretty that is? That looks so nice. I'm very excited to play with that. And then I also picked another primer for, because I had a bunch on my desk here, on my vanity here, and then I put those back in the drawer because I actually got quite a bit of use out of those. And then I'm going to pull these three like I showed you. So this is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, and I actually have quite a bit of use out of this one. I'm not really sure if I can like see, because it's not like super transparent, but sometimes I feel like I can, but I don't know. Maybe I need to just like let it sit like upright to maybe have it settle, but I do like this one quite a bit. And then for like eye stuff, I didn't pick like any brow products or anything because that just stays up on my desk anyway, because I only have like 4 that I kind of rotate around unless I get stuff in BoxyCharm. Then I kind of see if I need to keep it in rotation. But for like eye stuff, I picked this Jumbo pencil from NYX, and this is in Sparkling Nude because I thought this would be really pretty for like the holidays and stuff. And then I also picked this like liquid shadow. I'm not really sure what these are called, and I'll put it here on the screen what it's really called. And then this is in Disco Queen, so kind of see how pretty that is. It's really pretty. I just kind of wanted to play with this. So yeah, that one's real pretty. And then I got this recently from Tarte, and this is the Rainforest of the Sea Sea Glass liquid eyeshadow, and this is a Night Dive, and I just think this is so pretty. Kind of looks like maybe a lip gloss, but I think that's so pretty for the eyes. And then for 2 palettes, but I also have some stuff here on my desk that I kind of just keep. I'll show it to you, and then there'll be some videos coming up for it. But I picked this Juvia's Place Zulu palette because I love the bright colors and the greens here in the middle. I really wanted to play with those, and you know, just this purple alone I wanted to mess with. So this one is really pretty, and I'm really excited to play with that. There'll be some good looks coming out of that. And then this is the Mini Emeralds from Profusion. I originally bought this because I wanted the purple palette per recommendation of Kelly Gooch. So I wanted to play with this, and especially with greens, I kind of like, I wanted to pull some greens out. Okay, and then so on my desk here, I also, from some videos that I did in the past, I also have this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 here that I'll be playing with in the next couple weeks, and you'll see some videos coming out of that. And then this Juvia's Place Violets palette, I really need to do a look with this because I'm super excited to have this, but it will also pair well with the Zulu palette too. So that'll be really fun. You can see the videos coming out with that. And then I wanted to also do a video that'll be coming out with this Illamasqua palette because it just seems so fancy to have this, and it's really pretty. So there'll be a video coming out with that. I think I said in the past that I'm going to have some videos coming out with 5 looks, 1 palette. And some other stuff is on here that I just want to play with for everyday use. So let's just go ahead and jump into the stuff that I just showed you for the Shop My Stash, and I'll do some full face of that. So the primer I'm going to use today is the Cover FX one, and it has a tint to it if you've never seen this. So I'm actually just going to kind of do this funny, oh, it's not coming out very well. Okay, I'm going to kind of squeeze it here on my face. Just going to kind of squeeze it. It's like not coming out. Is it bad? I think this is like not good. It's not coming out very well. Oh well. Now it looks funny on my skin, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of, it's kind of a whipped texture, and I wonder if that's what it's supposed to be. I've used it in the past, but I don't remember it being like this, so we'll see what happens. I put some here on my washcloth. Don't forget to grab that. Okay, I'm going to take the brush that I'm using for my foundation and kind of smooth it around. This is a Alamar brightening brush. I'm not really sure what that means, but I mean, what's what we got. Let's go ahead and smooth this out. Then I'm going to take, it says Shake Well, this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I've always super wanted this, but I always wanted one with like that really cool top. But I mean, this is still cool, but still, you know what I mean. I'm going to put a little bit here. Go with what we have. Go with what we can get, and just go a light coverage of this. It's probably why I like this foundation, because it is a light coverage. hence the water foundation. And I also didn't pick a concealer. I just remembered that because I have the ones that I have out. Let's see, I have 5 on my table right now that are in rotation. I don't tend to keep a lot of those because I don't like to, yeah, anyways, I don't tend to keep a lot of those around, much like mascara. And if I do, they're basically just sitting waiting to come to the party. So you can kind of see that foundation is very light, a light coverage. So I'm just going to go in real quick with my e.l.f. finishing powder because this is a light foundation, a light powder. And I'm just going to take a little bit on just some certain areas, like my nose and stuff like that. I think everything's looking pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the 2 palettes that I picked, and it might be a quite bold look, but I'm just going to go with what we have. And the primer that I have in my drawer today is the Milani eyeshadow primer. Oh, okay, well, I have a whole bunch of primer. Let's see what we could do with that. Very interesting. That came out really quickly. I actually have 2 primers in my drawer right now that I'm using. I have the Pretty Vulgar eye primer and then the Milani one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this Stay Put Brow Shaping Gel from Milani on my brows, and this is in Soft Brunette. Just doing a light brow today. We don't need a full sculpt. Okay, to start off with, I'm going to go in with this Profusion palette, and this is in the shade Russet, like a potato. Like a potato. And I'm going to place this here. And I kind of want it to be a pretty strong shade with what we're doing. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this Juvia's Place palette right here, and I'm going to take this shade right there, and it doesn't have a name because that's fun, but it's just this nice green shade, and I'm going to build this up on the outer corner. Okay, so that is the Juvia's Place emerald or teal green that we have, and I'm going to go in with the darker brown from the Juvia's Place palette and kind of build that up on in the crease. So I kind of like the idea of that. Now I'm going to take a precise kind of a concealer or a flat eyeshadow brush and take this shade. Whoa, I almost jabbed my finger into the purple. Take this shade and put that on the center and a little bit in the inner corner, but not all the way. Pull it towards the inner corner. And kind of overlap that other green. Alright, that is what we have going on right there. Now I'm going to go in with this palette right here and grab just a little bit of this shade and put it on the inner corner, and we should be just about done. Now I'm going to blend around the brow area and put some of my powder that I used on my brow bone, because I don't really have like a brow bone shade. Just kind of help blend everything out a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of mascara, and I just have the Tarte Big Ego mascara. I'm not going to do any liner or anything, so I kind of just like the way it's looking. And then we will do a little bit of concealer and do the under eye, the lower lash line. Okay, the concealer that I'm going to use is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. Just a little bit under the eye, just like literally the tiniest bit. I'm not going to do any like triangles or anything like that. And then take my e.l.f. concealer brush. Move it out and then pat it out. And I will take my powder and powder that. Okay, so for my under eye, I'm just going to take the same brown from the Profusion palette right here and take a little bit of that and just blend that. Now, going in with our e.l.f. palette, and just get whatever contour brush you like. I'm going to use a stippling brush. I'm going to take a stippling blush with, I don't know, I don't really know, I've tried to say that a couple times, can't. A stippling brush with the bronzing palette, and just kind of go on our cheeks. Nothing too precise. And then the blush I'm going to take is the Milani blush. I just kind of want to use this one, just making me happy. It made me happy. It might be a little bit much with the eye look, but I kind of don't really care. I really like the way the eye look came out. Really. So for highlight, I'm going to take the e.l.f. palette. I feel like I probably could roll in another highlighter, because I really only have these two. So maybe I will put another one in. I'm gonna do that. And because I am leaving the house and not going anywhere, I'm leaving the house. I have to put a mask on, so I'm just gonna put on the lip balm because we still need lip balms, people. Okay? Alright. Okay, so that is my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me. This stuff will all kind of be showing up in other videos, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And look at and I'm really pleased with the eye look, the way that it came out. And let me know if you guys have this palette. It's really pretty. And I'm really glad that I got it, because it's kind of one of those things, like in this look, it's kind of a little bit out of my comfort zone, but not. It kind of makes me feel a little bit more confident. And I really like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!